Hello, I'm Ray and welcome to Fanatical About Fiction. This is my review of Fahrenheit 451. Fahrenheit 451, named so because it's the temperature at which books burn. I first picked this book up because I really wanted to be part of the Nerdfighter summer book club, and this was their summer read. I also picked this book up because I was really shocked by the statistic that 50 Shades of Grey has sold more copies. This book focuses on Guy Montag. He's a fireman and his job involves burning books because the society in which this book is set believes that books send people mad, and he's trying to save people from that risk. After meeting a teenage girl, however, Montag finds that his perception on books really changes, and this is a story about how his perception changes. I really liked how clever this book was. It did not show a corrupted government repressing their people. It showed the media and television changing the way people thought and lived, and it really stopped them from imagining things, and in the end they couldn't really grasp what a book was anymore because they'd all been so in tune to the media. They thought they were a little bit strange, and eventually over time in this society they began to fear books because it represented a different way of thinking, and then gradually the books have become a symbol for madness. The people in this society have grown so reliant on what they're told by the media that they no longer think for themselves, and they're described constantly in this book as being half living, half dead, because they can no longer think for themselves. I like that people were never forced to hold the opinion that books are mad. It's a conclusion they all draw upon themselves, and if you don't hold that conclusion you're seen as weird, but it's still your decision. It added an interesting parallel to today's society, where people are becoming more and more interested in celebrity gossip and scandal than they are reading, and reading is seen as a thing for nerds now, and it's not a general whole community thing. It's a specific type of people, and lots of people outwardly shun books, which is kind of what does society do in this book, but on an extreme scale. There was some faults in this book, like the plot wasn't a huge factor in driving the story. It was more of the parallels with society. Having said that, I was impressed with the fact that as it's grouped along with 1984 and A Brave New World, it was the best out of the three in my opinion, because it did have the best plot. So even though it was a bad plot, it's the best out of the classic dystopians. At some points even I found this book unputdownable because the action sequences are very good when you get to them. Overall, I think this book is the best out of the three classic dystopians. It's very enjoyable, and I look forward to dissecting it as part of the book club. I would rate it as 4.5 stars. It's not quite 5 stars because there are a few niggles in it, but it's a very good book and I would recommend it, especially if you're looking to partake in the Nerdfighters book club.